Hello guys, welcome to the NEET Genes YouTube channel. In this video I am going to tell you about the trick to learn different examples of direct, indirect or both type of growth and development as given in the NCERT class 11 book in the Animal Kingdom chapter. In the Animal Kingdom chapter, all the phylums under the Animal Kingdom show these types of growth. But in NCERT they are mentioned in a haphazard way, and it is very difficult to memorize all them without the usage of tricks. So I have come up with a creative trick so that your works become easy in exam and they can be remembered easily. Let's proceed. First let me give a brief account about the types of growth and development. Direct development. If an animal after birth or emergence from an egg differs from the adult in comparatively minor details apart from not having functional sex organs, then the development is said to be direct. It means that in immature forms there are no sexual organs in any organism, but apart from that, if there are other no major differences, then it is called direct type of development. So here the larval stages are absent. Larval stage, nymph absent. Metamorphosis, that is the process of formation of one larva to another larva to another larva, that is metamorphosis, that is also absent. For example, you can take human beings. Human beings, we grow simply from a baby to what we are right now without formation of any larval stages. That's all. Indirect development. In indirect development, here the animal after birth or emergence from an egg differ from the adult in various ways apart from not having functional sex organs. Means anyways no immature form has sexual reproductive organs, but apart from that also there are many other differences in the immature forms with respect to the adult forms. So here the larval stages, larva or nymph is present. Next difference is metamorphosis. As larvae are present, so metamorphosis should also be present. This is the process of formation of larva. Metamorphosis present. Some of you may not know what is larva, so I am giving a description, a definition about larva also. Larva or nymph. Larva or nymph is the active, means alive, immature form of an animal and forms the stage between egg, means zygote, egg or zygote, egg and adult. It's between the immature forms actually, that is called larva. For example of indirect development, you can take cockroach. We have seen cockroaches in our houses. Cockroaches show nymphal stages. One cockroach undergoes 13 nymph moltings. Means moltings is a type of metamorphosis. I am telling you what is molting just now. Wait. Molting. Molting, it is the process of shading old structures, actually, like old feathers, skin or hair to form new growth. These new larval stages, for forming new larval stages, they undergo molting. Example, cockroaches undergo molting. Prawn is another example that also undergo changes of the outer part, prawn. Then let me give you a little more description about cockroach. Cockroach undergo 13 moltings, means it has 13 larval stages. It has 13 larval stages because look, for first, when it underwent molting for the first time, the second molt was formed. Similarly, when it underwent molting for the second time, the third molt was formed. So, when it underwent the molting for the 13th time, the 14th stage was formed, which was the adult. So, it has 13 larval stage and finally one adult stage. One morphological difference between the larva and the adult is very distinctly given in the NCERT. For example, it is written that the next to last nymphal stage, next to last, means 13th is the last nymphal stage, means 14th nymphal, 12th larval stage shows the formation of wing pads. Shows formation of wing pads. Cockroach, we know it has two pairs of wings, the tegmina on the outer side and four wings on the inner side, shows the formation of wing pads. The immature forms of those wings is called wing pads or wing buds, and it is first formed in the 12th larval stage. The larval stages before did not have the wing pads, and only the adult stage has wings. No larval stage has wings. So, see, as you can see, the larval stage and the adult stage are very different, apart from not the sexual organs difference. So, this was enough for description. Now, let us go to the trick. Now, we have to give a description about both type of development also. Both type of development, under this category, those phylums are placed for whom some organisms show direct type of development, means they do not have any larval stages, and some other organisms of the same phylum show indirect type of development, means they have larval stages. It is a mixed bag condition actually. So, it is called both type of development. This was enough description. Now, let us go to the trick. Both type of development, the trick for both type of development is a movie. I hope most of you have seen the film Godfather. The Godfather is one of the greatest movies of all time. I certainly suggest you to see the movie. In Godfather, we have seen that there was a crime family, Italian crime family, and the main protagonist of the story's father's name was Antonio. His grandson's name was Anthony. Just remember the names for now. And their surname was Andolini, and they were originally from a city in Italy called Corleone. So, these four words we have to remember for both type of growth. Well, it is absurd to remember four such words without any context. So, I am giving you a little bit of context also along with the trick to remember. Look, all crime families, I have told you that they were an Italian crime family. So all crime families are basically they are mobster types. All these crime families can grow in two ways. That is the legal ways as shown in the films, or illegal ways. So consider this as direct development, consider this as indirect development. So crime families can show both type of development. So this trick which we are studying above is for both type of development. Remembering this story, you can easily remember that this trick is for both type of development. Now let's decipher the trick. A for Aschelminthes, that is the roundworms. Example Ascaris. Annelida comes, the word Annelida comes from the word annulus, means small rings. These have small ring like structures on the outer side, that is they show segmentation. Next is Arthropoda. As we have seen, the cockroach, it shows indirect growth, and there are some other organisms also under the phylum Arthropoda which shows direct type of development. C for chordates. Chordates are a mixed bag condition, because we have seen in our case, that is humans, mammals, aves or birds, reptiles, they all show direct type of development, and fishes also, pieces, and that is the both type of both the bony fishes or osteichthyes and cartilaginous fishes, that is chondrichthyes. All these divisions or categories show direct type of development, that is no larval stage. The other divisions under chordates show indirect type. For example, first let us take the primitive chordates or protochordates. We have studied protozoa, that protozoa means primitive and zoa means animals. So similarly here proto means primitive and protochordates, chordates mean chordata. So the primitive chordata organisms are placed under this, like Urochordata. For Urochordata, you can remember that Urochordata, it is mentioned in NCERT that Urochordata has a larval stage, and only in the larval tail it has notochord. No other stage of Urochordata has the presence of notochord. Urochordata, after Urochordata comes Cephalochordata. Cephalo means head. Here it is the organisms who have notochord from head to tail, and it persists throughout their life. Protochordata done. Then the Cyclostomata, it is the under the Agnatha superclass, that is the jawless vertebra. They are jawless vertebra. They also have larval stages. Its larval stages live in the fresh water. After they grow, when they grow up, they grow into marine water. The adults again come back to the larval stages, fresh water, to spawn and form larval stages, and this cycle carries on. This was Cyclostomata. And amphibians. Example, frog. Frog, we know its larval stage is called tadpole or tadpole. So these are all the direct type examples we have also known from the trick, and these are all the part of indirect development. Okay, the chordates which show indirect development, that is here. So this was the simple trick. Now we will write down the direct type again under. First comes mammals, second comes aves or birds. Birds have pneumatic bones, means the long bones which have hollow cavity, which help them to reduce their weight and fly. You can remember that for now. Then comes reptiles. Reptiles, it is from a Latin word that means to crawl, because they crawl. Reptiles, mammals, aves, reptiles, and pieces or fishes. Fishes are of two types: bony fishes because of their bony endoskeleton, and cartilaginous fishes for their cartilaginous endoskeleton. They both show direct type of development. Indirect type of growth, we don't have any specific trick. We can use simple elimination method. All other non-chordates except the things except the phylums we have discussed under in the both type of development show indirect type of growth. Let's write down the phylums in order. First comes Porifera, Coelenterata, Ctenophora, Platyhelminthes, Aschelminthes, Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinodermata, Hemichordata, and Chordata. Now we will eliminate one by one, and let's see which ones are left. The things which are left will come under. Aschelminthes gets cancelled out, Annelida gets cancelled out, Arthropoda gets cancelled out, and Chordata gets cancelled out. So let's write down the others. Porifera or sponges, they have larval stages. Then they show cellular organization. Coelenterata, these Coelenterata have a special cell called nidocytes in their tentacles, which help them in defense mechanism and capture of prey. So they are also known as nidaria. Platyhelminthes, the word platyhelminthes has the word plate. Plate are flat in nature, so platyhelminthes, flatworms. They are also called flatworms. M for mollusca. Mollusca has 2L. If you see it carefully, you will see there are 2L. From here you can remember 2L means second largest phylum. It can be a very important question, direct mentioned in the NCERT. The first largest phylum is the Arthropoda. Then Echinodermata. I missed one phylum earlier after Coelenterata, that is the Ctenophora. They are exclusively marine. Then the Echinodermata, they are also exclusively marine. Echinodermata and Coelenterata have a very common link. If you observe with and pay attention, you will find they both have the word no, and they both have the word letter E. This means these are the two phylums which have no excretory system. Only these two phylums don't have excretory system. They have no E, no and E. From here you can remember very easily, you don't even need to memorize this. In this way, if you study, you can study joyfully, and without doing hard work, things will get done. Let's proceed. After that, Echinoderma, Hemichordata. Hemichordata, if the name suggests, Hemi means 50%, Chordata means phylum Chordata means these are the organisms which resembles Chordata by 50%, because they have a structure in their collar region which resembles somewhat like notochord, and it is known as stomochord. Earlier the scientists thought that stomochord is same as notochord and placed them under chordata, but later they realized that stomochord is different. So a separate phylum called Hemichordata was developed. So they have stomochord in their collar region. So this was all about the trick, and using these tricks you can easily remember the names of phylums which show indirect, direct or both type of growth. Let's revise them one more time. Let me change the ink color and then we will do. AN here for an Aschelminthes or roundworm, A for Annelida, For arthropoda, jointed appendages, the names arthro means joint and poda means appendages, joint appendages. See, for chordates, chordates are a mixed bag. Protochordates means the primitive chordates. They are primitives because they show external fertilization, that is their fertilization occurs in water. So, they are called protochordates. In our case, we are the modern chordata. So, our fertilization occurs within the female body, but for protochordates the fertilization occurs outside the female body. These are the two protochordata. The urochordates are also called tunicata because they have a outer layer of tunicin. I am just mentioning it here, you can write it down if you want it. It is not mentioned in NCERT. Urochordata means outer layer of tunicin. Sorry, the spelling mistake. The rubber is not selecting it. Wait a minute, please. Tunicin layer, so it is called tunicata. Tunicin layer. This was protochordata. Cephalochordata is also protochordata. Cyclostomata, it is jawless vertebra, its larval stages we have discussed earlier. The larval stages is stay in the fresh water. When they grow into adult, they go into marine water, and again for spawning purposes, that is formation of larval stages, they again come back to fresh water. Cyclostomata means cyclostomata has a cycle occurring between the marine and fresh water. With this, that cyclo, the word has cycle, with this you can remember this also. Then comes amphibians. Amphibians, as we all know, frogs, larval stage is tadpole. From this you can remember that amphibians also show both type of development. The other which are left out, which under chordata show direct type of development, that is reptiles, aves, mammals, pisces, and all other non-chordates show indirect type of development, as we have discussed here. Thank you for watching the video, and if you like the video, do like the video, press the bell icon for more such amazing tricks, and also share this video with your friends so that they also can benefit from the video. See you in my next video. Bye for now.